This week, we've seen some surprising announcements made by Prudential and Aviva in relation to their employed financial advisors. Unfortunately, 250 of Prudential's financial advisors and over 60 of Aviva's financial advisors have faced redundancy. This is something we may start to see a bit more of over the next few weeks and months due to the uncertainty in the market. Therefore, I thought it'd be really fitting to provide a little bit of a video in terms of what to do if you are facing redundancy. My first tip, and this has remained consistent over my years in recruitment, for those who have been made redundant or facing it, is remember it's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up if you have been made redundant. This is because, due to the nature of redundancies, such as the ones mentioned, you may be top, middle or bottom of their table in terms of performance, but no one's safe within there. If they have to shut that team or that division, unfortunately, all of you must go. So remember, your performance wasn't a direct impact because of the decision. You will bounce back from it, and remember there are other employers and opportunities out there that would really value and welcome you, and you will get back to where you are happy. Second tip is to check your contract. So with redundancies, and financial advisor redundancies, there'll be a question mark over who owns the clients. This is really important you check what you can and can't do once you've been made redundant and what you have signed and agreed. Because if you can take your clients, this could really help you in your next position. If the covenants is strong, then you may wish to stay with that and pursue other opportunities that can help provide lead opportunities. Third tip will be to talk with your family and your partner early on. You are now in the market for a new job and you need to decide what is most important to you. So it's really important you have those conversations with your family early on so that it can help shape what you're looking for. You don't want to go down the route and find your ideal position to then talk it through with your partner or your family and it doesn't quite work with what they were wanting for you or what balance you need for your overall family life. Another thing is redundancy can often be the catalyst for something else, and that something else could be self-employment. For those who've unfortunately been made redundant a number of times, it could be an opportunity to take matters into your own hands and become your own boss. Remember, you can't be made redundant from a self-employed position. Next step I would really recommend you to do is to reach out to a recruiter. They're here to help you find that next position. Especially a specialist financial services recruiter, they'll have their finger on the pulse and be able to help you find that next position and bounce back as quickly as possible. What I'd encourage you to do though is question recruiters. So with the large-scale redundancies that have been announced, they will get put quite quickly into the industry press. And so it will be unsurprising for you to be contacted by a number of recruiters fairly quickly. Now what you'll want to do is make sure the recruiters you choose to work with have the same values and can really genuinely help you. So don't be afraid to ask them what they do for their service to you. Can they prove their service? Have they got reviews and testimonials? I know I'm in recruitment and I'm encouraging you to question your own recruiter, but I think it's a worthwhile tip. Next step would be for you to reflect on what you could bring to the next business you join. The earlier you do this, the easier it will be for you to help shape your next job search. Remember, you'll be competing against your colleagues. Those who you've been happily working with will now be your competitors in your job search. I know it's a sad thought, however it's the reality of things. So you need to decide how are you going to stand out from the crowd. Hopefully this has been helpful and given you some insightful tips on how to bounce back from redundancy. Remember that first tip, it's not your fault and you will get over this. So please stay positive and you will find that next opportunity.